Hey everyone, and welcome back to Raider Report, the sports talk show for the students, by the students, and with the students. We have a hot crowd here tonight, and with us is our lovely moderator, Bailey Hebert. Bailey! Yeah. My co-host, Ambrorito GP Osa. GP! And of course, I'm Spencer Grzywacz. So with that, let's get on to Raider Report.
Today we're jumping right into it with the recap of last week's predictions. And as it turns out, the guys didn't do very well at all.
Some did better than others, by the way.
But you still were overall pretty wrong.
Hey, by the way, nice pullover.
Thanks.
I
like the glasses.
Oh,
new touch.
A good friend let me
I've seen
borrow
them before.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
Y'all are hilarious. Well, let's talk about my favorite thing, how wrong y'all were. Kansas actually won in Norman. The NBA All-Star Game had as many points as years and days. And Klay Thompson somehow beat Steph Curry in the three-point contest. What? Why were y'all so wrong?
I'll just go up. I took so many L's this weekend and after the show. It was ridiculous.
But he had to get rid of his glasses because they made him look too smart.
So
that
you
too.
Actually predicted.
That makes
well, I lived up to my expectations. I predicted what I thought would happen. And it actually almost came true.
You were wrong about the Kansas and Oklahoma game.
I was wrong about that game, but I picked the over for the All-Star game, which I almost won by halftime, by the way.
I almost won
So
by halftime.
it was a terrible All-Star game.
They weren't even playing D. It was looking like it was just watching a bunch of James Hardens, just not
I don't
playing any D.
expect any
It was
defense
ridiculous.
played, but they say it's the greatest pickup game in basketball, and there is I even play some defense, and I play pickup basketball at the rec. Not much, but I play some.
Do you?
Yeah. But and the Steph Curry pick, I caught that. And the Steph Curry pick actually, if you picked against Steph Curry, you lost anyways because that's disrespectful. So he's the greatest shooter in the NBA today.
All right, here we go again. Here we go.
Was this
you're
making up for you being wrong about that?
Hey, it's not about always being right. It's about being logical.
Yeah, no, I'll accept my losses because I never lose on this show. You already know. But I'll just
0-3 last.
Not at all. I mean, I'm 0-3 now, and other stuff. But that besides the point. I
Women?
just
Never
mind.
Okay. All right.
It's touchy subject.
It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. Sometimes you can admit it because you were too.
I don't know why you're looking at me.
He
went 0-3.
You were only 1 for 2 though. I mean 1 for 3. So
that's better than 0-3.
Well, when you compare yourself to someone worse, of course you're gonna look good. Anyways, regardless of how bad you guys, because y'all are obviously really bad, let's talk about some people who are good at some things, like Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon in this year's All-Star Dunk Contest. What? They did great. They did so good this Saturday at the All-Star Games, and we'll give you some emoji reactions to those dunks, okay?
Let me think.
So who we got here first? This is Aaron Gordon, right? Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
No, sir. Oh no. Oh no.
I gotta give it.
I feel bad for the mascot, honestly, because
Actually,
That was love.
I'm gonna change it up.
I'm pretty impressed, first of all, that
Now I gotta let y'all know the reason why, because literally I felt so bad for the mascot because he was literally dropping pudding over his head, and just because obviously this is a pudding emoji. So
it's frozen yogurt.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's chocolate, right?
It's chocolate, obviously. Yeah. So it was just dirty. It was so dirty because the chocolate was just everywhere. So I just had to go with that.
I loved it. So give him hard eyes.
All right, what do we have next? What's the next one? Yeah, see, so my opinion, the reason why that gets no reaction is because it's the same dunk. He literally does the same exact dunk that Aaron Gordon just did, except there's not a mascot spinning in a circle with a flashy little ball.
We need the sleep emoji.
What does the moon mean?
It means it's just his face is like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? It's the same thing. It's that's why, just the You gotta.
I thought you were gonna go with like a no gravity type thing there, but
yeah,
you know.
No.
that too.
I mean, he basically did what Aaron.
You have to have the glasses, I think, is something.
It's
that cool,
the
right?
glasses are just throwing me off today. But.
All right, what do we have next? Oh, the windmill from the free throw line. Okay, so this one actually intrigues me because remember when Michael Jordan jumped from the free throw line and it was such a crazy thing? Like Zach LaVine, who isn't even really a true star in the NBA. You know, he's a good player, but he isn't a star in the NBA like Michael Jordan was. Does a windmill from the free throw line, and it's kind of like, oh, ho-hum. You know, he jumped from the free throw line, did a windmill. It's a good dunk, but, you know, it's... Didn't get the hype that Michael Jordan did when he jumped just on the free throw line.
I completely disagree. So, I think I give it this, because that man's from another. He's supernatural. Because you saw that. You saw that man took flight. No man, I can't even jump. Like I can't even touch. I can touch a net. You know when you grab the net, you like gotta pull yourself up. Like I can't even do. I'm out of shape. But that's besides the point.
It's
but
okay.
that man was just another world. Just doing all that.
It was impressive, but his foot touched the line. I'm being nitpicky, so I
did
gotta
Michael
think
Jordan's.
about it. Yeah.
Smack that.
But he just went. But this guy just went like, oh no, you know. But I digress.
All right, let's see what we have next.
Okay, shaking after.
See what Aaron Gordon can do. See, at this point, they were just making up stuff.
For real.
I'm 99% sure. They even said that after in the post-game interview. This is impressive, though.
It is.
I'm actually more impressed with the assist than I am with the actual dunk, personally.
With the assist.
With the
Wow.
assist. That's just mean.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not. I'm gonna give it this just because smile. It's a good dunk, but you know, I wasn't feeling that one.
Yeah.
Why? Maybe I like
agree.
Zach LaVine better. Who knows?
I agree.
All right.
Let's see the next one.
Doesn't he pay tribute to a former dunk in this one, like a former dunk contest champion or something?
Wait, does he? Ooh, no sir, no sir. Oh my goodness.
I thought that was pretty
That's not my
clean,
favorite
actually.
either. That
You
round,
don't like that
I wanted
one?
That one, give me my girls.
that round,
I got you, I
in
got you.
general, I thought was actually kind of weak.
Nah, that one was cold. I
like that
give
one.
it this because it was cool. Because if you look on the side of the video, you see all the NBA guys, like all the All-Stars. And
They
they're
was
just like,
hyped. They was like, ah.
hold me back! Oh my God! Ah! Like they're just all acting. You know, I thought that was great. You know, so if they think it's ice, it obviously is ice.
Yeah.
You know, I wish there wasn't ice.
Made me want to dance, so.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like hardwood to me, not ice. But, you know.
You're a hater. It's okay.
I'm just saying, like, I didn't predict the the dunk contest to be this impressive, though. I will give them that.
Oh, yeah.
This dunk contest.
For there
really
being no-name
started.
athletes in the dunk contest, or no-name basketball
No-name?
players. Sorry, no-name basketball players.
How
It was pretty
rude.
impressive. It was pretty
No, it
impressive.
was actually very good, though. Well, I don't know about y'all, but these dunks are kind of giving me flashbacks to when Zach Smith put up that mean layup against the Baby Bears. Oh,
Layup.
I mean, the Baylor Bears on Rico Gathers.
Zach Smith doesn't know how to do a layup. All he does is throw it down like massive dunk. I watched him jump over a West
He laid
Virginia
it up
player.
this time. He laid it up. It's okay. Well, this led Rico Gathers to throw a little temper tantrum and get himself ejected from the game. All this and more from the guys in this week's Tech Corner.
Thanks, Bailey. Yeah, that game was actually pretty awesome. I watched it on TV, watched them as they played Baylor and took down their second ranked opponent in as many games. Some actually pretty important stats from that game was Tech's field goal percentage, which was huge at 58% versus Baylor's 45%. But all in all, I was impressed just by Tech's ability to close out the game. I know it was a blowout, and I understand that. But from Tech's perspective of being such a young team, and there's been 2 or 3 games that have gotten blown out this year. Every other game they've been in from start to finish, and they just haven't been able to finish. You know, when they played West Virginia went on like an 8-0 run to end the game. That Tech was leading in by 4 points in the last minute of the game. So, and you know, obviously Baylor hit that buzzer beater 3 at the United Supermarkets Arena earlier in the conference when they first played them, and ultimately, I was just impressed that Tech was able to rebound and actually be able to finish the game. So, and it put them in a great position. Right now, a lot of polls have them as the last 4 in to the NCAA tournament. So,
First of all, I saw the game. It blew my mind because I was watching it during my birthday weekend. You know.
oh, happy birthday!
Thanks, guys. Just a little older. And I was watching that Chili's. Shout out to Chili's. And it blew my. We're not sponsored, but besides the point, no. I just want to say it blew my mind because I really wasn't looking. I wasn't really expecting much from the Texas Tech basketball team. Not saying that they can't produce, which they can. They're a young team, and I really think they have the potential of being a part of the tournament this year.
We openly talked about earlier on previous episodes of the show about how next year was the year for Texas Tech's basketball team. They're young, they're talented, but inexperienced, and so they're going to get that experience.
So those clutch moments,
exactly.
Yeah, that's what we've seen. We've seen with West Virginia, like all those games at home have been close, but just that last second stuff. It's it's nothing to sweat right now. But I really feel confident about the team this coming tonight, actually, or we're playing Oklahoma tonight, and so it's going to be good to see how that goes. So I'm really looking confident for them.
Yeah. Now, on another note, while Tech's basketball is surging, the baseball team is coming up here, and they've had some successful runs here in the past few seasons. They made it to the College Baseball World Series 2 years ago. Last year was a little disappointing in the finish, but they're going to look to rebound this year and try to make another trip, obviously, back to the Basketball World Series. And they open up against Milwaukee. I believe it's actually like Milwaukee, Florida, something on Friday.
Hey, cut them some slack.
But I'll be going out there opening weekend. There's no better feeling than going to the opening weekend of a baseball season for college, pros, whatever it is. That is, it's like spring has arrived. It's kind of like when like the groundhog sees his shadow, same type of thing. Like for me, that's the opening weekend of baseball.
No, I'm really excited to see this game. I'm excited to see Tech, just completely murder this team because that is a little mean, I will admit. Keep in mind, Milwaukee's in the Horizon Conference. They play no one as opposed to we do. We play TCU, which made it to the College World Series last year, and they're just the way Milwaukee functions. They're not at the same competitive level we are.
I agree, but I think you'd be surprised as to how these smaller teams can compete in baseball because it is a different type of sport. There are more D1 baseball teams than there would be such as D1 football teams.
True.
So, because it's the money for the program, it doesn't take as much money to run a baseball program necessarily as it does to run a football program. Not knocking either team, but just in the sense of U.S. right now, what is popular, that's the way it works. So I think you'd be surprised by the kind of fight Milwaukee might be able to put up. Obviously, we hope that doesn't happen, but these young teams or these smaller teams and organizations can tend to put up a little bit more of a fight than people realize.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
All right, so before we go, with the NFL draft coming up, we have to talk a little bit about our Texas Tech football seniors.
Yep.
On that note, of course, is Jakeem Grant, the leading receiver in Tech. And I've actually got quite a few questions lately about where do you think he's going to go in the draft. And to be honest, I think he will go lower than he probably should. And I think that's because of, he's obviously related to his size and everything. That being said, obviously he can fly, but I have him going somewhere in the 7th round to a team like New England, like St. Louis, a team that uses a shifty slot receiver who is smaller. So that's kind of where I see Jakeem landing in the draft.
I completely agree with that. I really want to see Jakeem Grant play for the Patriots. I'm just like a Tech favorite, Mendola, and then Jakeem Grant really has a lot of speed. He runs a sub 4.3, so I'm going to be very surprised if he doesn't get picked up in the draft.
I'll be curious in the combine what kind of 40-yard dash he runs. But basically, I think he's going to be a hidden gem. Whatever team gets him. I mean, we are very partial as Tech fans, but I think he's going to be a hidden gem in the draft. That being said, there is someone that should go maybe on day 1, probably day 2, and that's LaRaven Clark for Texas Tech, the offensive lineman, who is turning a lot of heads from NFL scouts. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes as well.
Yes, with 6'5", 320, that man is massive. So please take him off our hands. So heavy.
So stick around, guys, and we'll have more to show you and throw you away after the break.
Welcome back, everyone. And now it's time for the big debate. Levine and Gordon were neck to neck in the slam dunk contest. But who do you think should have won the dunk contest? Spencer?
So we obviously just watched all those incredible videos of the finals and the dunk contest. And ultimately, I think the question really comes down to, is it the best dunk in the dunk contest that should win it, or is it the best like collective dunker of like all of the combined dunks? And personally, my favorite, I came out a little different than I meant it. So, ultimately, what I'm trying to say is I think Aaron Gordon had the most impressive dunk and therefore should have won the dunk contest.
Well, obviously he's wrong because I'm on the show. I'm gonna have to say Zach LaVine, he won fair and square. I mean, the way the dunk contest is set up, it's not. Whoa, hey!
Who are y'all rooting for then? Who are y'all? That was rolling in it.
No, but the way it's set up, it's dunk to dunk. So it's necessarily, I believe, the ending dunk that Zach LaVine had won him that. Did Aaron Gordon come close? Yes, he did. But
yeah, I know how it's set up. I watched it.
Yeah.
That's not the point. The point is there is no way that Zach LaVine's dunk that he did after Aaron Gordon did the sitting over the mascot with his left hand, dunk, was better than Aaron Gordon's dunk. There's no way. That dunk should have won it alone. Yeah, okay. So and
you're telling me jumping from the free throw line, doing a windmill, dunking it, that's not.
But he sat in the air.
It was impressive, but we have seen it before.
Yeah.
Okay, but we saw. Okay, all right. You know, I'm gonna let you finish out real quick.
Even the TNT guys that which the dunk contest is hosted on were commenting about how that dunk wasn't as impressive as the other dunk, but they're still both 10s. Well, that doesn't work out very well, because then what happens is you have scenarios like this where Aaron Gordon, who had the better dunk, ended up not winning the round because they were both considered 10 difficulty dunks, but they weren't like the same like level of energy. Does that make sense? So
what? I thought you guys were on my side. All right.
We're fickle.
No, it's based on difficulty. Yes, there's flashiness involved. The only difference was that Zach LaVine didn't have a big furry animal under him. That takes away from the dunk. That made it so much more difficult.
Zach LaVine didn't sit. LaVine didn't sit 8 feet in the air either and take a basketball underneath his bottom and then dunk it. Like, I'm just saying.
He did the exact same dunk, and he did it better. The only thing that was missing was a big furry animal. I don't even know what you call. What do you call that? Is that is that a turtle or?
I don't even know what you call these dunks. Like the one that you're talking about. I know which one you're talking about. I don't even know what they call it. You know, it's kind of like in like the X Games where they just kind of make up like tricks, like names for the snowboard. Like the Super McTwisty or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But exactly. Sounds like a frosty.
Where he like scooped it with one hand, did like the whole windmill thing or whatever he was doing. That dunk, they did the same one. I'm talking about the one where Aaron Gordon jumped over the guy, had his feet parallel to the ground, took the ball underneath him, and then dunked it. And then Zach LaVine ended up doing the between the legs from free throw line instead.
But I thought that was more impressive because it shows more physical strength. Because how many of you guys can jump from the half court line?
Can you jump and lift your
without
legs
a seat underneath you, like just on the air, sitting?
I fell one time. I was at a date. It didn't work out.
The difference is he didn't fall. He dunked the basketball and then landed it, and it was impressive. And he jumping.
I'm just telling you, that man, Zach LaVine. If you look closely at the footage, he was about to break the sound barrier and take flight. If you look at it, because you can see him, he was taking off. Just
doesn't matter how fast they do it. It's how high they jump.
I just thought that was so impressive because.
They were both impressive. I'm just saying one was more impressive than the other.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I agree with y'all. They're both impressive, but we know Aaron Gordon should have won. It's okay. But anyway, for our next big debate topic, we'll talk about a man who cannot stay out of the news, Blake Griffin. Where is he going? GP?
Well, thank you for referring to me. I'm just going to make a really in-depth analysis of the situation.
Here we go.
I believe that Blake Griffin goes to, drum roll, anyone? All right. He's going to the Knicks.
Oh.
Wow.
I don't think we like that one.
Oh, okay. Let me explain myself.
Please.
Harsh crowd. Anyway, What I want to say is the Knicks are going to trade. I believe they're going to trade Carmelo Anthony and Aaron Afolo for Blake Griffin and Lance Stevenson. Why? Because I feel like the Knicks are going to try to rebuild around Christian Porzingis, and then they're going to give Christian Porzingis some weapons, which Blake Griffin would nicely fit into that, and Lance Stevenson really nicely fit into that role. And I'd like to see them on a team. It would be a great team to watch. Now, and everyone kind of benefits from it. Yes, Blake Griffin's not the nicest guy. He's kind of a mean person, pudding emoji, if you will. But I'll just say this. At the end of the day, it's about he's getting paid. He's playing good basketball. So I mean, that's just me. I'm gonna stick by that. And yeah, so thank you. Anyone?
So I wanna stop it. He doesn't deserve a clap. And here's why. Okay, you just disrespected Carmelo Anthony so much because you didn't mention his name one time while talking about the Knicks.
He's not doing good at the Knicks right now. This man's
he's still their leading scorer. He's still the best player on that team.
I just feel like he would be better use of if taking his talents elsewhere, not South Beach.
Listen,
elsewhere. As in LA.
I don't know where Blake Griffin's going to go, but I do know that he needs to go and quit because he is hurting that Clippers locker room so much right now. I would trade him for like a bag of peanuts and a $12 hot dog, you know? Like, I'm just saying, like, you don't need that kind of environment for that franchise, especially in LA where there's already so many distractions. You're gonna go ahead and get this big old dude who can't even make a free throw and his only specialty is being able to dunk the ball hard, and he didn't even hit the rim half the time. And you're gonna tell me that he's as important to that team that he can knock out anybody he wants from the equipment staff or whoever it was that he knocked out, who apparently we don't even care about anymore, and that he can do that without any repercussions? Like, give me a break. Like, he needs to be gone. I don't think he'll go to the Knicks, but I think he needs to leave soon.
No, I'm not saying like, okay, what he did obviously was bad. Obviously, if you hit someone, you should get reprimanded for it. But no, all I'm saying is he needs to pay his fine, needs to serve his time, or whatever he needs to do for the team service time. I don't know, off the court, not in prison. But you know, once he gets that over with, I think he can come back in the team because they fought. If you remember earlier in the season, they fought so hard to keep him, DeAndre Jordan, and Chris Paul all together. So why be so hasty to break it apart? It seemed like they were onto something. As if we look last year in the NBA Finals, we saw the San Antonio Spurs and that series. They were very close, and I feel like if they had it together at that point, they could have been a really good contender.
If any team has it together at any point, they can contend, though. Mm-hmm. Like there's more to it than that, and part of it is the relationship in the locker room. Mm-hmm. And if the relationship in the locker room is trending down, then you're not going to succeed from that point on.
But do you know what's going on in the locker room? We don't know.
It's clearly not good if you're knocking out equipment managers.
He could have been. Hey, I'm not.
He broke his hand from hitting somebody who doesn't even play basketball.
He could have been that annoying.
Yeah. See, I'm just.
Oh gosh.
Well, I'm just saying, like, he has put his entire team now in a bad position because he can't play with a broken hand because he knocked out somebody who isn't even that important to the organization.
He made fun of the Kia commercials.
Yeah, you don't know what he said to make him mad.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. As an NBA player, you should be able to keep your calm especially whenever you know on the court how much trash talking there is in the NBA. Mm-hmm. Like, you mean to tell me you can't keep your calm from some no-name staff member from the Clippers?
He could have been really bugging him for over a period of time.
Probably 1% of the salary you make.
He could have been just egging him on, like, "Hey, you dunked over a Kia. You dunked over a Kia. You dunked over a Kia," and it could have just gotten to. He could have snapped. We don't know. All I'm saying is, yes, what he did was wrong. We don't understand the situation behind it. There could have been a whole lot of things added to it, because obviously in professional sports, there are a lot of things behind closed doors.
Boom.
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 All right.
Boom.
Okay. If only you had a mic to drop.
Well, all right. On to our last topic of the big debate. Another guy who cannot stay out of the media is Kirk Cousins. Word out on the Redskins organization is that contract negotiations between Washington and Kirk Cousins have come to a halt. What is your take on this, GP?
Honestly, I think this is just a ploy. I feel like here's what's happening. You know, Kirk Cousins is kind of feeling a little boosted. He's feeling a little, he's feeling on top of things right now because of the whole the t-shirts. You like that? You like that? And all that stuff. So he's probably asking for an outrageous amount of money, and because they know that they're gonna get rid of RG3, and they got rid of Colt McCoy, who's a solid third-string quarterback, so they don't really have anyone. So he feels like he's in a position to ask for more money. Now, the Redskins are probably like, oh, well, this guy's crazy. So what they're gonna end up doing is just holding off. But I feel like at the end of the day, they're gonna come to an agreement. Because technically, I believe that Kirk Cousins has them in a hole. So I think they're gonna end up agreeing to whatever. And this is just kind of those things in debating for negotiating a contract. So that's what's going on right now. Nothing more, nothing less. Shout out to RG3. Come to Dallas.
I'm going to drop some stats on you. All right. So 29 touchdowns to 11 interceptions was his most recent season stats. 4,166 total passing yards and a 101.6 passer rating. All right, what else do you need to know as the Redskins, who took a team that was supposed to get last in the division, okay, and he took them to actually win the division? Now, granted, it was the NFC East, also the NFC least, okay, but I'll tell you, that's still something to be proud of, especially when you have had such quarterback issues with RG3, and you haven't had a franchise quarterback in Washington in Lord knows how long, okay? You have to lock down a quarterback that might be that guy.
Hey.
And you have to take the risk on it. Kirk Cousins was that guy this past season, so why not take the risk on it?
It's just money, honestly, and plus add on,
that's what everybody works for.
No,
to make a living.
it's all it's down. They're probably about to hit the salary cap, and there's like, oh no, we can't. It's just because honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Kirk Cousins. I'm an RG3 guy all the time, all day and all through. And the situation, the reason why he didn't produce, was because of the organization. Because they told him to play on a bad knee, and he was just never to come back from that. But besides the point.
It's not because he, actively called out his head coach in like 3 or 4 press conferences.
The guy, but Kiffin was
disrespected
terrible.
the organization, or had such an attitude that he didn't want to go take the field if he wasn't going to have 100%.
Because these guys literally just ruined. He had, if we forget, RG3 had one of the best freshman rookie seasons.
Yeah, he
as
did.
a quarterback.
And he got hurt.
And he got hurt.
It happens.
Why?
In the NFL,
Because
quarterbacks get hurt and they get moved on from. Okay.
But especially if
you
he gets
replace
hurt
his
in what
position.
you're special, if you're good at, because this man's a dual threat QB. The fact that he got hurt in his ACL.
Sounds to me like he's going to get hurt again.
So
throwing
shade.
If he's injury prone, I'm just saying, if you're injury
Mm-hmm.
prone, I'm not going to invest money in you. I'm going to invest money in the guy who was able to keep from getting injured and lead my team, who was terrible, to win the division. And that's the guy I'm going to go with. Thank you.
I'm just saying, we'll see what happens, because, if Kirk Cousins doesn't like the amount of money he's getting on his paycheck, he may take his talents elsewhere.
Yes, he might.
He might.
Well, I guess we're going to have to keep watching that and see, okay? Well, as always, thank you guys for your insight. It was wonderful insight. Well, we'll be back after this, okay? We're back, and the Rio Olympics are almost here. This is the first time they're going to be in South America, and they'll be spread out across 4 regions of the city. That means Usain Bolt is back. Michael Phelps is trying to come for a comeback. China trades its child workers for child athletes. Things are looking up. Spencer, GP, what are you guys looking forward to?
Whew. Well,
It's kind of true.
I'm going Michael Phelps. Sorry, I had a second to think about that. So I kind of growing up watching Michael Phelps, as a little kid, win all those gold medals, set the record for most gold medals won in Olympics. I heard a story about how he got into swimming was because he had such large ears that everybody made fun of, that when he was swimming, he could wear the cap and you couldn't see his ears. Well, growing up, my ears stuck out too as a little kid. Sometimes they still do stick out. And so for that, I feel like I can relate to Michael Phelps a little bit. So.
Can you swim?
I can swim.
Are you a fast swimmer?
I'm not a fast swimmer. I'm like a leisure pace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's our bond. Me and Michael Phelps.
Y'all are bonding.
I'm looking forward to honestly seeing Usain Bolt outrun, the virus and see how fast he can go.
Me too.
Until he gets infected. No, I'm kidding. But I want if anyone caught on. Okay. But I'm really looking forward to see if Usain Bolt does come back and if he runs the 100-meter dash again, because there've been rumors that he's done. I want to see if Gatling from the U.S. can come and contest the world record that's held by Usain Bolt, or if he can beat Usain Bolt in the open one. Just really curious. And one last thing, just see the USA 4x4 men's team. Really looking forward to that. So just can't wait.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm ready for like track and field and everything like that. Usain Bolt always does great.
Well, that's that.
Hey, what day is today?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. It is Throwback Thursday. In 1944, the Cincinnati Reds signed the youngest baseball player ever at the age of 15. He was running bases as he was also discovering them. In 1960, the 8th Winter Olympic Games were held in Squaw Valley, California, which they also pronounced things like "so dude" and "it's hella dope, bruh." And in 1978, the first Ironman triathlon was held in Hawaii, aka the triathlon is things that you always say you're gonna do, but you never actually do it.
That's very true.
And that, my friends, is hashtag Throwback Thursday.
Well, thank you, GP, as always. Thank you. All right, but before we finish the show, let's talk about our predictions for this coming up week. First up, we have Oklahoma versus West Virginia. Guys, what do you think?
I'm going Oklahoma again. So Oklahoma, man, come through for me, right? I need you on this prediction. You hurt me last time in Kansas, or against Kansas. So.
All right, so you're going for Oklahoma?
I've been really thinking about this, and I'm gonna have to go West Virginia.
Wait, did you only think about that because I went Oklahoma, or did you actually
No, of course not. Of course not. I mean, we're friends.
We're friendly.
We're friendly. We're just acquaintances. Anyway, but I'm gonna have to go with West Virginia. Even though we almost did beat them, I feel like they're a shifty team, and in college basketball, anything can happen. I'm open. Let's see what happens.
So Oklahoma, West Virginia, we'll see who wins that one. Well, how about the Warriors versus Clippers games?
The Clippers. I'm gonna have to go with the Clippers. Despite what's going on, what?
Are you serious?
What?
Are you kidding right now?
I'm just gonna choose the Clippers. What's wrong with that?
You're so...
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going Warriors. I know.
All right.
Again, why would you go against Steph Curry?
I just don't like Steph. I'm gonna say it. I don't like Steph.
You're a
I don't like him.
hater.
First
I don't
off,
like
I can
him.
understand you don't like him, but I don't know why you don't like him.
You gotta respect them at least.
It's hard. Like, I can understand not liking LeBron or not liking Kevin Durant, but how do you not like Steph Curry? Like, he's like a friendly guy. He doesn't ever talk trash. He just kind of, that we know of, he just kind of does his own thing and shoots threes from the other side of Earth.
That's for another show, but I'm gonna just put it out there. I don't like him.
All right, so GP's trying to lose his prediction. He's going for the Clippers, and Spencer's
Allegedly
going for the Warriors. Same. And finally, let's predict the Cavs versus the Thunder. LeBron or Durant? Who do you got?
I'm going Kevin Durant. Thunder's gonna win this one.
I am too.
So
no.
that's all there is to it.
My boy Kyrie, LeBron,
LeBron James.
and LeBron James and Kyrie. They're gonna hold it down as usual, and I expect nothing more.
All right.
We'll see. I think you'll see that the West is gonna come out on top of this one. Just saying.
No.
You can chant all you want. Your chant doesn't make it right, though.
It does.
All right. Well, thank you guys for your predictions.
No
All
problem.
right. So thank you, Bailey. Thank you, Bro Rito.
Thank you,
It was a
Bro
respectable debate. With that, I want to thank everybody for tuning into Raider Report. Come back and watch us next week. I'm the Grizz, and that's how it is.